Hey, crafty friends. Hoping my peeps jump on quickly because I started working on Mr. Cracker's in the wreath yesterday after I finished my live from yesterday, and I wanted to show it to you. And I've dry fitted 90% of the elements in the wreath. And I just took it outside and hung it on my front door. So, hey Peggy, how are you? I'm holding my phone and I'm gonna walk outside because I dry fitted a lot of the elements. Hi Paula, welcome. We're gonna walk outside and take a peek at it really quick, and then I wanna take it down because I have not hot glued anything in. I wired a few of the larger elements. Hi, Triple Witch Decor. So we're gonna walk outside really quick and look at it, and then I'm gonna take it down really quick and lay it back down flat on my floor. But I wanted you guys to see it and critique me and let me know what you think. And I'm so nervous about this because, like I said, nothing is hot glued in. Oh my gosh, it just barely clears my front door. Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? How do I flip my phone? Hey Marquita. How do I flip my phone? Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. Hey Christy, how are you? How are you? I started working on my Candyland, oh, Lori, okay, great. That's awesome. I love to call people by their names, not just their business page names. I wanted to show this to you guys because I couldn't resist continuing to work on it yesterday after my live. So the only things that are hardwired in right now are Mr. Cracker's, the bow with all the ribbons, and hey Patricia, and the large macarons and the little gumballs, those guys, and up there too. Those are the only things that are hardwired in. Everything else is just dry fit in because I didn't want to hot glue and wire anything until I was 100% sure that I liked how it looked. Oh my God. So I'm nervous. Hey Crafty Ma'am, welcome. So I'm nervous. I don't want elements to start falling out of my wreath, which could literally happen. Hey Trina, could literally happen at any second. It's a little breezy out today, but not as breezy as yesterday. So you guys now see what I'm saying. All right, so my front door is that soft, beachy aqua color. So red would go with that. I don't think red and green would go with that. But my dilemma is when you walk over here, the rockers on my front porch are hot pink. So that's not going to go with red and green. And then here's I don't want to fall off my front porch. Here's what I've been talking about. I have a bank of 3 windows. So I'm going to do the pink garlands up one side, across the top, and down the other side. But I really wanted Crackers in the wreath to be the star of the show. So that's why I did some more of the fussy Gingy with the ice cream and the macaron and that guy up there. And of course, Crackers. I hope you all can hear me out here. That's why I did some more of the fussy things on the wreath, because I really wanted the wreath to be the focal point. And then the garlands over there will be really pretty. And then my white little pencil tree I'm going to put on that table, so it'll just be up in the window area. I think it'll be so pretty. And then And then I was telling you guys I have 3 windows. Well, I actually have 4. I have 3 windows up top on my garage and then 1 over there. So that's where I got the pink swags for, and that's what I'm gonna put the little pool noodle candies I made. But I wanted you guys to see this, how far I got on it, okay? So I'm gonna walk you guys back inside, put you on my camera stand, and then I'm gonna grab this wreath and take it down and carry it inside, okay? Let me flip my camera back around, okay? There's me. All right, I'm gonna very carefully, this makes me so nervous. Oh my gosh. I literally can't believe I did that, but I wanted y'all to see it. All right, give me a second, you guys. I'm sorry. I'll be right back. Watch out, baby. I'm back. And look, one of my macarons fell off. I'm lucky that's the only thing that fell off. I mean, that was really kind of stupid on my part. And it got dirty. Okay, close the doors. So baby stays out there. Oh my gosh, okay, so that's, whew, field trip. Let me plug my phone in. Okay, all right, okay. All right, I'm back, you guys. I'm back in my craft room. Can everyone see me and hear me okay? I mean, we had to take a little field trip. We had to see it. So, okay, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I really like the nutcracker, Mr. Cracker's over to the side instead of in the middle. That was a great suggestion. I think that was awesome. Yeah, and all of that I showed on my live yesterday, the haul, all the pics and everything, and I said I'm not sure what I'm going to use, what I'm not going to use. I used it all. I used it all. There's nothing left. I used it all. I wanted the wreath to be really full and really pretty. I don't know, it might be over the top, but Candyland is over the top, right? Hi, Teresa, welcome. So I used it all. So you know what that means. I have to go back to Hobby Lobby and grab some more pics to coordinate to put on my garland around the windows. So yeah, that is, that's where I'm at so far. And like I said, I didn't wire or hot glue any of the pics in because I just, you know, kept working on it and fluffing it last night and moving things around. And then this morning, that yellow macaron cookie is still not 100% dry because I had it laying flat. So last night I propped it up. The top is pretty dry, but the bottom is still a little wet, but I felt like it was okay to wire it in. So I did wire that in so you guys could see it today. It'll continue to dry. And if the pine needles made any indentation marks on the back where it's still a little damp, you're never gonna see it because it's on the back. But yeah, that's Crackers and the Candyland Wreath. And pretty much how it kind of looked in my head is pretty much how it came out. I'm very happy with how it came out. So I will, I think I want to make 2 more skewers of macaron cookies. I have the green one and the yellow one, and I think I want to make a blue one and a tangerine one and add them. And then while I'm on with you now, I'm going to make some more of my twirlies. because I had 3 sets made and I needed 4 because I have another one of these. So I was gonna make some of those while we're here hanging out today. Pull this out to use it as my sample. So I had made 3, my comments have stopped again, you guys. I'm still live. It says I'm still live. Are you guys, can you still hear me and see me? Hi, Deanna. Welcome. Can you hear me okay and see me okay? My comments stopped. The last one I see is Trina that said looks good. Same thing happened yesterday. I don't know. Okay, Peggy, good. All right, so I had made 3 of these that I showed you how to make a couple of weeks ago. And I need 4 of them. So I'm gonna make another one while we're, okay, good, Christy. What'd you think of the wreath, Christy? My little Candyland wreath. So I have another one of these from Hobby Lobby and one of these that I made. So I need to make 3 more of these little pink. So in case any of you didn't see my tutorial on how to make these, I'm gonna make a few more now. So you can see how to make them, and then you can make some for yourself. Okay, good. Good. All right, so I start off with that, and we'll just keep chatting. I start, absolutely. Oh, see, good, yeah. See, traditional red and green wouldn't go. You guys saw on the front of my house, because it's aqua and hot pink. So I had to come up with a different plan, and then I remembered like the middle of the summer that, oh, Hobby Lobby has been doing all this Candyland, and with me doing all my fake bake Candyland stuff, I said, oh, that would be so pretty to do pink garlands and wreaths and do Candyland, and I think it'll go. Hi, Maricela, how are you? You missed it. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning of my live. We took a field trip outside to my front porch to look at my Candyland wreath that I started working on yesterday and worked on it for several more hours after my live yesterday. And 90% of the elements are in the wreath but not wired in or hot glued in yet. And I took I carried the wreath outside and hung it on my front door, and took everyone field trip outside to see it and critique it for me. And I was holding my breath that the pieces wouldn't start falling out. I did lose a macaron spear, but I'm amazed that's the only thing that fell out when I was carrying it back in. I ordered my pink wreaths and teardrop swags and garlands from craftoutlet.com. Craftoutlet.com. I used to make wreaths back in the day. I mean, I've done every craft imaginable. Christy has seen my wreaths because she was to our B&B and she saw my wreaths. So that's where I typically get all my wreath making supplies, like the bases and all the ribbons and all of that stuff. You're welcome. And they call it wholesale pricing. I don't think it's actual wholesale, but it's definitely better pricing that where you're gonna get like on some other sites or in the big box stores for your base materials. Okay, so for these little twirlies, and again, this is inspired by Rachel from RK Ribbon Designs. She's a coach in Nikki B's Beyond Bakes group that I'm a member of, and she showed how she makes her twirlies. She uses yarn. I used chenille stems for mine. And she showed how you could do more than 2 colors, multiple colors, and she made a Christmas tree with hers. So I wanted to make picks for my Candyland wreath. So I made the pink ones, and I made the iridescent with the pom-pom, and then I found these green ones at Hobby Lobby, so I just added them, and I think they're just perfect. So I need 3 more of these pink ones to make 1 more full pick to add to my Candyland. And now that I have all the elements in, I can go ahead and start wiring things from the back snipping off any of the wires that extend out where you can see them, and then I'll hot glue as well, everything in. So I start with a base of one of these. It's a floral stem wire, 22 gauge, and you're gonna get this in the floral department. I got mine from Hobby Lobby, but you could get them anywhere. Y'all, I cannot believe that I took that wreath not secured outside and hung it on my front door, and it didn't completely fall apart. I'm lucky only one of the macaron stems fell off. I'm lucky. Okay, guys, so, and I use, since I bought pink wreaths and garlands, I use pink chenille stems to wire my things on. Like Mr. Cracker's is wired on with pink chenille stems, and all my larger elements are wired on with pink chenille stems. And then my smaller things, like my fake bake items, once they were dry, I got these from the floral department, the little picks that have the wire on them. And I stuck these in the back of my fake bakes, the wood part. And then I hot glued it in so it wouldn't have a chance to come out. And then I used the wire and I twisted the wire around one of the pine branches. So there, and I pretty much on all three of those, the Gingy with the ice cream, the macaron cookie, and then the other Gingy on the peppermint candy, I did two, one on the top and one on the bottom, just for insurance, because I don't want, it's really breezy here at the beach where we live, and I don't want to take a chance after spending all this time making these yummies. I don't want to take a chance of anything or even opening, closing the door. I mean, I don't want to take a chance of anything falling off. All right, so on my other live where I showed how to do these, I shared that I used one full pipe cleaner and then another half of a pipe cleaner to get the size that I wanted. Now you may want to make smaller ones or you may want to make larger ones. So just adjust your pipe cleaners to the size that you want to make. So I start with a piece of the white fabric, the 22 gauge wire, and it's wrapped in white, I don't know what, some sort of white floral material. And like I said, you could start off with a little dollop of hot glue at the top or not. If you're using yarn, it's really helpful to start off with a dollop of hot glue. If you're doing the chenille stems, you don't really have to, but it does make it a little bit easier. I'll get my needle nose pliers. So I just put a little dollop of hot glue at the top, wrapped those two chenille stems around, and then what I do is I like to hold this wire stationary, and then I just spiral and wrap the chenille stems. And it's just like when you make your fake bake peppermint candies. You just spiral it around, and they naturally are going to create a peppermint twist for you. Hi, Stephanie, welcome. Hi, everyone. So what's everyone doing today? What's everyone working on? Are you getting crafty? Are you at work? Taking a day off? Binge watching something fun on TV? I watched a couple of craft videos this morning. Working RN. Are you a nurse, Maricela? Is that RN? Are you a nurse? Did I not know that? Did I not know that? I'm excited, Maricela, for my project tomorrow with my Spanglish Amiga friends. I'll be going live at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, right now. Okay. I still have brain fog. I'm still on Robitussin from the COVID. I still have brain fog. Happy birthday, Christy. Ah, oh, you're on the way home from a cruise. Where did you cruise? Yeah, I'm the same, Marisol. I'm the same. I could never. I commend people that are doctors and nurses because I could never. I can't. I'm too much of a baby. Christy, where did you cruise? Hi, Kristen. Welcome. We're working on some twirls for my Candyland wreath right now. And for those that missed the beginning, you'll have to go back and watch the replay, the beginning of my video, because I shared Mr. Cracker's and the wreath that I'm working on. It's coming out super cute, you guys. So adorable, so candy. Oh, Nassau and the Grand Turks. Oh, I'm envious. I've cruised to Nassau a couple of times, and both times were with Christino. I used to sell Tastefully Simple, and I earned a cruise to the Bahamas with them one year. And then I used to sell Kiwi Lane, scrapbooking templates. Christy knows because she has shopped in my she shed that I had at the B&B. I love Mr. Crackers too, Kristen. He's so sweet. He's so sweet. He is available, or, you know, a cousin of him is available through my website. If anyone loves him and would like for me to make you one, I could make that size of mine. And I think I put the size in the description on my website, or I can make a smaller one because the pattern actually called for like 2 sizes smaller, but I knew I was going to be putting mine on my Candyland wreath, and I wanted crackers to be front and center and very visible from the road when cars are driving by. I didn't want them to be too small, but I can make a smaller one if anyone needs a smaller one. Hi Yvette, how are you? Welcome. So for those that missed the beginning of my live, I showed how far I've gotten. I'm like 90% done with Mr. Crackers and my Candyland wreath for the front door. So when I finish, you guys can go back and hop on really quick and watch the replay of the beginning of the live. I can't believe I was brave enough to take that wreath outside, hang it on my front door to show you guys. I just wanted to show you guys so bad, but nothing is wired in or hot glued in yet. So I took a risk that my elements were gonna fall off. One did, one macaron skewer did, but if that's all that fell off, I guess I got lucky. I guess I got lucky. Well, Chrissy, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Again, happy birthday. And I know you had an amazing time. Like I said, I went on 2 cruises. The first one both were to the Bahamas, Nassau, Bahamas. The first one was with my husband, and that was with Tastefully Simple. And then the second one, I went with a scrapbooking girlfriend, my friend Joni, and that was with Kiwi Lane, and that one was so fun. Oh my God, girls trip. Hi Elma, welcome back. Thanks for joining again. Happy to see you back again. I'm making some more twirlies. I'm showing you how to make some more of these twirlies. I need one more for my little wreath, and you'll have to go back and watch the beginning of my video on the replay when I finish, because I showed how far I got on Mr. Crackers in the wreath. I'm like 90% done. I worked on them for several more hours after my live yesterday, and he really came to life. But I have not wired or hot glued any of my elements in, so I was a little crazy taking them outside and hanging them on the front door because things could have just started falling off. I lost one macaron spear, so I guess for all intents and purposes that wasn't too bad. All right, so for my needs, that was one full chenille stem of the white and pink, and then one half chenille stem of the white and pink on this piece of 22 gauge wire from the floral department at your craft store. I got mine at Hobby Lobby, and it's just enough to go that far with the chenille. And again, I learned these from Rachel from RK Rimmon Designs. Yeah, these are fun. They're really easy. It's a great TV watching activity because you don't really have to concentrate. You can watch TV. It's not like when I crochet. A lot of times that I can't concentrate on TV because I'm counting stitches and I'm counting rows. But this is easy to sit in front of the TV and make a bunch. So yeah, and then this part I wanted left because this is what we're going to use to twist all our pieces together. And then what I do is to try to get them kind of as close looking and as uniform. I mean, they're very whimsical and Whoville-ish. I take a needle nose plier to get that started, that little tip. And then I just kind of bend it over one that I've already made to just get the shape, the basic shape. And it's easier when it's not already twisted on something like this because you could lay it flat and do it. I'm gonna use this one over here so I can kind of lay it flat. And this is just to kind of get the rough shape, you guys. I mean, you don't even have to do this. I'm a little OCD maybe, but I just use that to get my basic shape. And see, I mean, it's not perfect. And then I do go back in, and you can make it smaller, you can make it larger, you can tweak it, you can round out your edges a little bit more. Yeah. And then I kind of make it a straight part when it comes down like that. So I'll make 3 of them and twist them together, and then I'll add the one I got from Hobby Lobby, just the little chenille twirls. And then I made this one same way. I took 2 iridescent chenille stems and just bent them around the wire. And then I used an end from one of my shading brushes. Not this one's too thick, you know, just whatever size you want your twirls to be. And I just bent it around my brush and then popped it off, stretched it out, and glued a little iridescent pom-pom on the top. They're really fun to make, you guys. I mean, very simple. We'll do another one. So I need a full white piece, a full pink piece to start, and a wire. See how quick that was? And I was even talking while I was doing it. So can you imagine if I wasn't talking? I would have 3 of them done by now. You guys know I'm a little challenged when it comes to talking and crafting at the same time. But I get it done. All right, and then like I said, if you're using yarn, you're definitely gonna wanna start it off with a little dollop of hot glue up there because the yarn doesn't have the wire in it like the chenille stems do. If you're using chenille stems, you don't necessarily have to start off with the hot glue, but it is a little bit helpful to get you started. That's the hardest part, getting them started. Yep, so I am going to be sharing a fall-inspired project tomorrow using, the theme is flowers, using flowers. And I'm going to be hand making some flowers with foam clay and incorporating them into my fall inspired project. But you guys know I live at the beach, so mine's gonna have a little beachy twist, which if you love it and you wanna make something similar, you do not have to do the little beach spit. And basically it's just my colors and then like 2 little elements I'm gonna hot glue on are like beachy. I have a little, I have some coral that I made with foam clay and a little starfish. So, yeah, I love all things beach. And I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep it for myself or if I'm going to bring it to my little local store where I sell my stuff on consignment. I'll have to see. I just love to keep everything that I make. When I finish it, I'm like, oh, it's so cute, I want to keep it. But you can't keep everything. I mean, you guys see my table behind me? I mean, it's so full. Hi, Jolene, how are you? Welcome. And I have probably that much, if not more, at the store where I sell my stuff. And then I have all my stuff posted on my website. So you guys know if you ever see anything that I make and you want it, you could hop on my website under the Handmade with Love category and find it there. Most everything I make is posted there. And if you see something I've made and maybe the colors don't go, just reach out to me. I'd be happy to duplicate it, make something for you in different colors if I can. If I can, I'd be happy to. You see how quick and easy this goes though, you guys. Like I said, truly the hardest part is just getting it started on the end there, and then doing your spiral is really quick. These are very quick and easy to make. And I can even make you some of these if you don't want to mess with them. Just let me know your colors and I'd be happy to make some for you. I love to make stuff. It sounds like a few of you watching though are gonna give them a try. They're fun. They're fun. And then someone on my last video where I was making these said, I got mine from Hobby Lobby, my chenille stems, and there's not a huge color selection, but someone had commented like maybe try Amazon for different colors, because I really wanted to do hot pink and white, not the medium pink, because my wreath is medium pink and I wanted these to pop. But all Hobby Lobby had was this medium pink color, so I had to go with the materials that I could find. Yep. I never even thought to check Amazon, but note to self for next time. And then it never fails, as I'm twisting, one of my colors ends up running out before the other. So you see I trimmed a little bit of the white off. Hi Laura, welcome. We're making little twirlies out of chenille stems for my Candyland wreath. All right, and now I want a half pink and a half white to finish this off. And like I said, you can adjust your size. If you used 2 full pink and white, it would just be longer and you'd have a bigger twirl. Mine are like that size. Okay, I'll put another little bit of hot glue to get this one started. Kind of wrap it around itself. And just being mindful of what color you put on top. Like my pink was on top and the white was like underneath, if that makes sense. So when I'm starting again over here, I want to make sure that, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal because when you twist these, you're never going to be able to tell. But if you just want them 100% uniform, just make sure your same colors on top. Just twist this down, easy peasy. And voila, done. So, who said they were gonna make these? Alma, did you say you were gonna make some of these? What color are you gonna do? Are you gonna do pink? Or are you gonna do traditional Christmas colors? Or are you gonna make some for Halloween or for fall? I mean, these would be super cute on a fall and Halloween wreath too. Okay. And I just take my needle nose pliers and scrunch that. So the little pokey end of the chenille stem is not sticking out. Then I use the pliers to get my little circle started. And then you could take your one you just made, fall, very nice. So you're gonna do like autumn colors, oranges and yellows and greens. So pretty. Lay the new one on top of the one we just made, just to kind of get it started with the basic shape. And see, like I said, it's easier to do it when you don't have it all twisted together. So you just have your sample one, and then it comes out really wonky, and then you just tweak it. You can make it tighter, make it looser. Just adjust your shape a little bit until you're happy with how it looks. We got two. Let's make our third one, and then we'll be done. So I need one full pink, one full white, and a wire, a little bit of hot glue. Oh, so smart. Check in Amazon for colors. I'll be curious to see what you can find. Yeah, because Hobby Lobby doesn't have a huge selection of colors in their chenille stems. Very basic. All right, I added the hot glue just to get it started. The first couple little twists are the hardest, just because it's a little wonky, and then once you get going, it's easy peasy. Okay, twist this on down. Well, I can't wait to see your little twirlies that you make for your fall decor. That's gonna be so cool. That's gonna be so cool. Christy, are you still on? And if so, how was your weather? I'm trying to remember when I went on my cruises. I feel like the Kiwi Lane one, which was the last one, I went on that while we had the B&B, and I feel like that was, oh, I know exactly when it was, because it was just a couple of weeks before my son was getting married in September. No, my other one, in October. He was getting married in October 19th, and the cruise was the end of September. So I almost wasn't gonna go because we were hosting a second wedding reception at the B&B for our East Coast family because they got married on the West Coast. And I almost wasn't gonna go. My husband's like, you really should go. It's like a once in a lifetime if you earn a cruise to go for free. So I did go. So it was the end of September, and the weather was beautiful. It was beautiful. We spent the one whole day on the Coco Cay Island, and oh my God, my friend Joni and I, we just got off the ship. We went right to the water. We got 2 lounge chairs. We set ourselves up right by the ocean, so blue, turquoise, gorgeous. And the cabana servers just kept coming around. And I'm like, just keep bringing me pina coladas. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming. I didn't have to drive. I wasn't driving the ship. We had so much fun. We did a little bit of shopping. I got a cute like beach cover up. Yeah, and then every night when we were on the ship, we had all the yummy food and we did all the entertaining, all the entertainment. There was a magic show one night, and then there was like an ice skating show one night, which was awesome. And then another night, I think there was a musical. It was so fun. We had a great time. We had a great time. One day was all Kiwi Lane stuff, but my friend Joni was able to come into the little conference room we were in, and both of us brought all our scrapbooking stuff. So while I was doing my training, she worked on scrapbook stuff, which was so fun for her. And then her and I would, in downtime in our room, scrapbook. Because it was a scrapbooking cruise, so we definitely did bring our scrapbooking stuff. It was so fun. It was so fun. All right, guys, that's my one full one. Now we're gonna add our little half one, and then twirl it, and then add it to our other elements, and then this guy will be done. Cut this one in half. Put a little bit of hot glue. Get it started. Pink on top, white on the bottom. I can't wait for y'all that missed the beginning of my live to go back and watch the replay so you can see the wreath and Mr. Crackers, and then come back and comment and let me know what you think. He's so stinking cute. I love him. My husband's like, you're gonna hang that outside? I'm like, yeah. Hi, Tammy. How are you? My front porch is covered. We have like an 8-foot wide by maybe 14 by 18-foot long covered front porch. So my wreath on the front door and then the garlands on the front windows are all gonna be protected from the rain. The windows that I showed you over my garage when we were on our little field trip, those won't be. So obviously I will not put any of this fussy stuff, none of the fake bakes, none of the felt picks, stuff like this. I will not put on those because they will be getting rained on. So I'll use the deco mesh ribbon to make bows. And then a few weeks ago, I showed how I made some candies with pool noodles, and then I wrapped them with cellophane, and they will be 100% fine in the rain because they're pool noodles, and then they're wrapped with cellophane. All right, guys. Again, take your needle nose pliers back to the beginning just to get your little twirls started. And then use your template for just a rough twist, just to get the general size and shape, and then tweak it however you see fit. These are so whimsical and fun. They remind me very much of Whoville. All of that cuteness. So cute. So cute, right? All right, so then I like mine all facing the same way. So I take the 3 I'm doing good, Tammy. I hope you are as well. I hope you are doing good as well. Shared my Candyland wreath. It's about 90% done. All I really have to do is add this final little twirly thing that I'm making. I needed one more. And then go back and wire and hot glue everything in. I showed it at the beginning of this live hanging on my front door. But other than Mr. Crackers and the large macarons and the large gumballs, all of the other stuff was not wired or hot glued, so I was holding my breath. Literally holding my breath that pieces wouldn't start falling off. Then I'll take the little iridescent one that I made, and you're gonna just twist that around your stem. And then I'll take the cute one I got from Hobby Lobby, the mint green and white twirls, and twist that around to make one big one. Lots of twisting involved in these twirls. Use your pliers if you have any pokey parts sticking out so you don't hurt your hands. Okay, guys. There you go. I mean, how easy was that? Super easy. And I loved them with just what I made with the pink and white and the iridescent with the pom-pom, but I really love them with the addition of the mint green in. And on a few of them, I pulled like the mint green pieces forward. Like pull one forward. You know, you can tweak them, play with them. So cute though, right? So cute. I'm definitely gonna go back and get some more before they run out of like a lot of the stuff that I bought, so I can have some backup to add to my garlands, just in case I need some more to add to my garlands. After I add all the candy pieces onto my garlands, I'll have to see. And then I won't be mad having leftover, because I think these would be darling for Easter too, because they're the soft pastel colors. So I don't know if I dare pick this up again to just show you really quick. Let me put these in, and then maybe I'll just pick it up gingerly to show you. Like I said, everything's just dry fit in right now. And I will go back, now that I'm happy with the placement of everything, I will go back and wire and hot glue everything in. All right, I'm gonna try picking this up to show you guys. And hopefully, like the macaron is just, the yellow one I made is not heavy. It did fall out, so I'm gonna have to get a little baby wipe, because when it fell out, I closed my front door on it. I didn't realize, and you see it got a little dirty. But I'll put that to the back. I'll take a baby wipe and try to clean it off, and if it won't come off, when I hot glue and wire this in, I'll make sure that it's on the back. So if I pick this up and it falls out, I'm not gonna be surprised, because it's, for some reason, that's the only one that is super duper loose. Okay, you guys. Oh, and she's a heavy baby too. She's a heavy baby. She's a heavy baby. Okay, you guys. That's one of the twirlies. But that's where we're at so far. Oh my God, my hands are shaking. My arms are shaking. This wreath is so heavy. So heavy. There's so much on it, but it's so adorable. And Crackers look so cute. What do you guys think? All right, I gotta put it down. It's so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so heavy. But I love it. This fell out. Stick it back in. So that'll be my project, maybe tonight, to start hot gluing all of those pieces in. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you. I'm very happy with how it's coming out, because sometimes, you know, you guys have an idea in your head, and then when you actually go to execute it, it doesn't come out how it looked in your head, and that's so disappointing. For the most part, sometimes you have a happy accident and it comes out better than what you thought, or you know, you go in a different direction. You're like, you know what? I think I like that even better than my original plan. Sometimes. Isn't Mr. Cracker's cute? Yeah, I crocheted him. He's available on my website if you love him. And the one on my website is that size, which I'm sure I have the dimensions on my website, but I can make him smaller because the original pattern was 2 crochet hooks smaller. So I went up 2 crochet hooks because I wanted him to be big on the wreath, so people driving by could see it from the road. That I didn't want to make them so small. All right, so when I held it up, I don't know if you noticed, I made a few little, you have this ribbon? Isn't it pretty? Isn't it pretty, Maricela? Yes, I grabbed tons and tons and tons of my ribbon yesterday when I did my craft haul, and I went back in my stash from my wreath making days, and I pulled everything that I had and then put it with all of my new stuff, and made that big bow last night with, I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different patterns of ribbon, because I love the mixy matchy look. And then I don't know if you guys saw when I held it up, I started making some of just the little loops with the tails. So I'll make a couple of those up now to show you how quick and easy they are. And I'm making them with this ribbon. I didn't use this in my bow, so this will be a contrast, and this has all of those yummy colors. Like in my Candyland theme. Yes, right? Yes. All right, so I'm gonna just dovetail this one end where you go from the inside where the fold is at an angle toward the outside. I always have to talk to myself to make sure I do it the right way, because many times I've done it the wrong way and it comes out to be a point instead of a dovetail. And then I kind of, I just eyeball it. I just eyeball it, make a loop. And I'm just gonna do a couple of these, like maybe 5 of them, because you're supposed to do everything like in odd numbers, 3, 5. So maybe I'll do like 5 of them and just add them here and there for just a little pop of color. So I just leave the tail out, make a little loop, and then I take one of the wooden picks with the wire on the end. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's from the floral department. And twist that around. Twist it around. And then you can, if you want, put a little bit of hot glue right on the end of that wire to hold it. Just, I mean, after spending all the time and effort of putting a gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful wreath together. Thank you, Maricela. Thank you, sweet girl. Thank you. You just want to make sure that anywhere you could add some extra insurance, you're going to want to do that. And then I just cut that end off straight, because that is going to be what you tuck into your wreath. this is gonna be out, and then your little pick in the end will be tucked into your wreath, and I will hot glue it in. I will hot glue it in so it stays. All right, so that's number 2. I think I want 5 of them. So let's make a couple more. Let's make a couple more. All right, we're gonna dovetail. Oh, I gotta turn the fan on. Hot flash. Hot flash. And I'm still on Robitussin from the COVID. Oh my God. It might be a sinus infection at this point. Who knows? I get them chronically, so who knows? But I'm sick of being sick, so I'm just gonna pretend like I'm not and just keep going, and maybe I'll fool it and it'll just go away. Maybe it'll just go away. Oh, that fan feels good. It's a little gloomy out today. Not full sun and full humidity, so it's not too bad. All right, so I just got the, oh, thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. Just got the little dove tail. Grab another pick with the wire. Wrap it around. I wish the wire on these picks was longer or heavier. Like I said, I'm not a professional wreath maker. I've made many wreaths. I've made wreaths to sell. Christy may even have one of my wreaths. I can't remember. When I had the B&B, I would make them and put them on the doors. I'm doing good, Trina. I hope you are. I would make my wreaths and put them on the doors of the guest rooms upstairs. We had 4 guest rooms in our bed and breakfast. And I would make the wreaths and hang them on the guest room doors and on the closet doors with price tags on them. And many of the guests would, when they're checking out, they're like, oh, I see that beautiful wreath on my door upstairs. I love it. Can I buy it? And they would just buy them. It was kind of cool. So I was running my bed and breakfast and also getting my craft on. So it was the best of both worlds. I'm gonna cut this straight across in the back and give that hot glue a second to dry. There's number 3. Cute. Right, we'll do number 4. I love this ribbon. So yummy. So yummy. And my other favorite one, and I used it on the bow, was this one. I loved this one. The pink, of course pink, with the gingies, and they're sparkly, and then the ends is covered with white chenille. And it's really heavy ribbon. It's so pretty. Yeah, oh my gosh, Tammy, I am so sorry you had to go through all that. Yeah, I get chronic sinus infections, and I hate when I get them because I'm sick for so long. It takes so much for them to go away. I have to have sinus cultures so they can figure out exactly the strain, because Z-Pak, just regular antibiotics, will not get them. I mean, when I first started getting them, I was going to my regular GP, and he just kept giving me Z-Pak and steroids. Z-Pak. For like 6 weeks, I was on Z-Pak and steroid. I was shaking from being on so many steroids, and I wasn't feeling any better. So finally, I mean, I was sick for 5 to 6 months with a sinus infection before I finally got diagnosed. And it was after going to many doctors and 2 different ENTs. I finally got diagnosed. He finally did a sinus culture, and it came back positive bacterial and staph sinus infection. I had been walking around for like 5 or 6 months with that no one else diagnosed. Not even the other ENT. He did a CT and he's like, oh, I don't see anything wrong. Stupid. anyways, I can empathize because yes. So now I'm hoping I don't have one because we moved 3.5 hours away from my regular ENT. So I need to find one here and get all my records transferred. And I'm procrastinating because I feel like no other doctor will I went through so much just to get the first one to diagnose me that I hate getting colds because then I just hold my breath like, oh my gosh, is it going to go into a sinus infection? Because I get them all the time now whenever I have a cold. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. And then I have to wait for the culture to come back so they can see what it actually is. And then sometimes they put me on one kind of antibiotic, sometimes they put me on another. And then he does like a pediatric dose of steroids over 12 days instead of 6 days. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's not fun when you have chronic issues. So I'm sorry you're having to go through that. I'm very sorry. All right, there's number 4. These are quick and easy, guys, just like the twirlies, quick and easy. And I will pop them in just for pops of color around this wreath, and I will go ahead and wire and hot glue everything in and call this wreath done. I actually think I'm gonna make 2 more of the long macaron cookie stacks. Ooh, from July 3rd. Oh my gosh, that was a long time for not to have results. I mean, yeah, that's why I'm so dragging my feet finding a new ENT, because when you actually find a doctor that listens to you and tries to make you feel better, you just want to go to him. You don't want to go to anyone else. I'm so sorry you're having to go through all that, sweetie. No bueno. Yeah, these days it seems like it's very hard to get doctors to listen. Hi, Dewey. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're working on crackers and the Candyland Wreath. We did a field trip at the... Hi, Tracy. How are you? Welcome. We did a little field trip at the beginning of my live, and we went with the camera outside to my front porch to look at my wreath. It's 90% done and not wired or hot glued yet, so I was holding my breath as it was hanging on my front door that pieces wouldn't just start falling out of it. But I was so excited to show everyone how far I got on it last night, because yesterday's live, all I did was fluff the wreath out from out of the box. And then after the live, I decided I wanted to just keep working on it. And I worked on it for a couple of hours, and it came out really cute. So I wanted to show everyone, but I didn't want to wire and hot glue things in until I was 100% sure with the placement. Hi, Lisa, welcome. So I took a chance, carried it outside. I only had one macaron down, one macaron spear fell off as I was bringing it back in the house. So I guess that wasn't too bad. Then we made some more of the chenille stem twirly things that I made a few weeks ago. And now we're making some of these little ribbon loops and tails. And I just wanted to put these in around the wreath just for a pop of color. Just for a pop of color. I can probably bring my wreath up to my work table if I move some of this stuff out of my way. So you could see how I'm placing these things. Move some of this stuff out of my way. because the wreath is so big now. When my husband came to see it, he's like, Debbie, that's not gonna fit on the front door. That's so big. I'm like, it'll fit. When I brought it out there, whew, just fits. Like the tippy top I have so tall. I mean, I could get a longer, isn't it pretty, Dewey? That's so pretty. It's from my stash, from my ribbon making days. And I'm sure I got it at Craft Outlet because that's where I get most all my ribbons. The tippy top is really tall because I put those macaron skewers and the gumball stems in, and I did it on the bottom too. The bottom doesn't matter. I could get a longer wreath holder thing. I might do that because this is a short one. I had a ton of these from when we had the B&B, and I would make the wreaths and hang them on the guest doors and sell them. And this is the size I used. So Christmas is my favorite too, Tammy. Hi, Beverly, welcome. I could get a longer, they make longer ones, so I could get a little bit longer one. Maybe that's what I'll do. But let me see if I can pick this guy up and bring him up on my table. And we'll put these little loops in without everything falling off. Because like I said, nothing, other than Mr. Crackers and the large macarons and gumballs, nothing else is wired in yet because I wanted to wait until I was 100% sure on the placement of everything. And you know how that goes. Sometimes you'll put something and then you'll stand back and you're like, no, I don't like it there. I need to move it. So I wanted to 100% be sure on the placement. This is hard because the table's up higher and I feel like I'm on my tippy toes trying to see. So this might not work because I'm gonna put it back down on the ground and I might still have to tweak it. I'll have to see. But that's why you dry fit everything before you go in with your hot glue. Just place everything in. Oh, thank you, Alma. Yeah, I am very happy with how it's turning out. Kind of just like the picture looked in my mind. Because sometimes you have an idea in your head and then when you try to execute it, it comes out a lot different. And this is kind of coming out just like I had it, or pretty much just like I had it in my head. So I'm happy. But see what I'm saying? You definitely want to dry fit everything before you go in with your hot glue. And I mean, how many of you watched last weekend that event that I was in, that Holidays Designer Circle event where it was 2 full days of designers sharing projects? I did my Pinkoween cake, but most everyone on there was wreath makers, and they showed how to make wreaths. And they all do the same thing. Most all of them do the same thing too, where they dry fit before they go in with their glue. Super cute, you guys. All right, one more. I feel like, oh, it's my water bottle. I feel like our bow is here. I'm out of camera view. The wreath is just too big. But my bow is in my left bottom corner, so I don't really need any of these twirlies in my left bottom corner. I feel like I could use one there. Yeah. Cute, you guys. Oh, I think it's perfect now, and I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna add anything else. I think it's really just perfect. So I will finish it off. I will wire and hot glue everything in. I'll hang it back up on my front door, and then I'll snap a picture of it so you guys could see the 100% finished project. But like I said, I want to make 2 more of the macaron cookie picks. I have 1 green one and 1 yellow. I want to make a blue one and a tangerine one, and probably add them over in this section here because I feel like this is a little bare. All of my fake bake candies are over on this side, and then crackers is kind of on this side, and I feel like I need just a little bit more on this side. But yeah, it's coming out cute. So my garlands are gonna look like this, but probably not as much, because I really want the front door to be the focal point. They'll be very, very much like this, but maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit less. We'll see. I say that now. You know, once I get going, just might keep at it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out with me today. I am participating in one of my groups is doing a 30 days of content challenge, and today is September 6th, I think. So I've so far done, well, the first day I did 2 things. I did a live and a reel, so that in my mind counted as my first and second day challenge content. But like every day since then, I've done 1 thing. So, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the weekend. I'm not sure what our plans are, if I'll come live or just do a reel or share a project without doing a live. I don't know, but we'll see. But remember, tomorrow, 5:00 p.m. Eastern time, I will be live with the Spanglish Amigas as a guest designer, and I will be putting a project together, fall with flowers. So stay tuned, and I hope I'll see you then. All right, guys, until next time, happy crafting.